Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, I got
Mic
it.
check, everybody. Josh
Yes,
Rose, Ahman
it
Green.
is.
We're about to start the show in a couple minutes here. We're excited
Trying
to
to
meet
get
you guys.
rolling.
Hang out with us for a couple seconds. It's gonna be fun. You ready, Ahman?
Yeah, make this thing.
Cool. Yeah? Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hello, welcome to Gaming and Culture. I'm your host, Ahman Green. Isn't that intro awesome?
That's
right
phenomenal.
there?
That was phenomenal. We have
great.
such a great crew on the show.
So, like I said, my name is Ahman Green. This is my co-host, Josh Rose. We are bringing gaming culture to you, and that is a little bit of everything from video games to movie topics to comic book information and entertainment,
music,
fashion.
That's
my man's.
All of it.
I say his cup of tea there. But a quick intro of us and the show. So I myself, Ahman Green, used to play for the Green Bay Packers, but I started gaming a long time before that when I was 6 years old with the old ColecoVision, where it had Zaxxon and Donkey Kong going. And beat my dad, actually. I used to beat my dad to get. I used to be the first up to Donkey Kong all the time.
That's a big moment to beat your dad playing games.
Exactly. And so with ColecoVision, sports was neck and neck. But obviously, I had to focus on sports to get going in my career and in my life. But video games was always right there. My time to rest and relaxation to get away from the game.
Zen.
And but then on forward in life, getting drafted to to Seattle and then traded to Green Bay, but still video games is in my back pocket. So I say one game, one of my favorite games of today that I play is Halo, and I say another one is Madden. They're my 1-2 favorite games, and I would say my favorite, if you know me, my favorite comic book is Batman. And then I was gonna go with movie, but it was hard because I love so many. Actually, I was going with movie quote, but I had some different ones.
We talked about it before the show. It's so hard to pick one.
Right, so I'll say I'll go with my favorite movie, which is Friday.
Okay.
With Ice Cube and Chris Tucker. And comedy, Debo, my man Zeus played Debo in it. But great film, but now, let me introduce my co-host, Josh Rose, and he could explain himself and give you his credit.
Yeah,
Josh?
That's right. What's going on, everybody? So I am Josh Rose. I'm from the Appleton area, born and raised here, grew up locally, and was really involved in the arts while I was in the area, theater, competitive acting, music, all that kind of stuff. And that career path kind of took me all over the world. So I lived in London for a little bit. I lived in New York for a few years. And while I was in New York, I was out there grinding. I was doing that. What's the
hustle.
Word? The hustle, that story, that Americana story. So going into that, and then from being in New York, grinding, trying to become an artist in music, I actually got signed and was brought to Korea for about 8 years.
That's
I just
a long
got
way
back
from
about
home.
it's a very long time. When I got the call from my agent, he goes, "Hey Josh, how do you feel about moving to Korea?" Like, okay, let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. What's the worst? And then the rest is history. It was amazing. I worked with a lot of great artists, made a bunch of great music out there. And also when I was there, I opened the country's biggest club, the biggest lounge. 3-story venue, $10 million rooftop pool. It was just a really cool project. I was really excited to be involved in. So
met your wife there, correct?
I met my wife there. Yeah,
Right.
I don't know how we'll go there. Met my wife there. This career changed my life. It was cool. It's good to be home, but changed my life.
All right, so now we're gonna get into how to play, and we have Fortnite is the game of today's show. Very popular game, it's been out about a year now, making a ton of money, making a guy by the name of Ninja very famous, and now we're gonna get into the gameplay. And before we do that,
we have a special guest.
Gaming with the new guest, Kelly Peterson.
So we have a special guest in the studio. This is our news director. So Kelly Peterson is going to be hanging out with us today on set for one of our segments. It's going to come up in a few minutes. You're going to love it. It's a really fun segment. Kelly, this show can happen really because of Kelly. There's so many people that were instrumental in this at Local 5 to make this show happen. So we're really grateful for her and excited to learn a little bit about who she is. She's going to introduce herself. This is going to be a good time.
And it's going to be fun.
That's right.
All right, so now we're getting into
Let's go.
Fortnite.
Let's play some Fortnite.
All right, so I'm gonna get going right now. We got the load screen.
So Fortnite right now, as everybody knows, the reason we picked this as the first show is Gaming Culture is going to be a show where we basically break down different games every single week. Now, there's a lot of people out there who, they can't buy every game that's out there. And there's parents out there who may not know what their kids are playing, and there's kids out there who may not know exactly what they want to play. So we started with Fortnite because it's the biggest one. It's the biggest game that's out there. Everybody's talking about it. We thought it'd be a really good way to kind of break the show and kick the tires a little bit. So we're in.
So as you can see, it's Season 7 Battle Pass. I'm in my Packer uniform.
Look at that. That's amazing.
I've had some fun waiting around, getting into this thing. So I'm gonna go into, I'll say duels or 2-on-2 actually, or partner up with somebody else, squad up.
Do you know who you're gonna squad with?
It's gonna be multiplayer. So it's a variety you don't know. So I'm going into the match now, but it's something where the basis of the game is basically be the last one alive.
Okay.
And it's not only first-person shooter or FPS, as we call it in gaming talk, but it is also building things around you to protect from people shooting at you, which I was like, what? Now you not only got to shoot and dodge, but now you got to build too?
That element's tough. So yeah, what these games are for a lot of people who may be new to it, people who are familiar with it, you're going to get into the deep side of it soon. But for people who are new to it, this game is like you said, you're going to go in an arena with 100 people. 100 real people. They're all legit. And he's gonna try to be the last one surviving. But you're in a squad of 4, so just 100 divided by 4.
Yeah,
basically.
but I believe it's 4 here. But this is the bus. And then you pick an area. If you see the cursor moving around there, I pick an area with the RB button there on my Xbox controller. Go
so
back
what are you
to
doing?
the map.
What was
I was just finding a point to land.
Okay.
And I say the good points where you want to land, want to take advantage of landing when people are not. Because at least you can get to a weapon and defend yourself.
Right.
Because when you just have a pickaxe to defend yourself against a virtual AK-47, that doesn't work out.
Right.
So a little trick I learned here, like if you want to stay in the air longer, because I remember one of your tips that you did where you just float down the whole time with the umbrella, right?
I'll just hit the umbrella and coast.
But I want to get down. But it's something, too, that keeps you up there. If you keep going back and forth, hitting the A button, between your umbrella or your skydiving and your deploy umbrella, you could do that too. Now I'm at my spot, my destination of choice. Now I'm to the ground, floating in. So I'm gonna use the pickaxe there. That's that. I say right trigger on my Xbox controller, R2 on your PlayStation. I've never been in this area. This is
part of that new update. So the winter update has a lot of new different things to it.
This thing looked like a 1977 John Travolta dance right here.
We tried. Obviously, we played this game quite a bit, but in the last few days, we tried to not play it as much to make this moment a bit more organic, just like what's happening.
Real. Like, man, this is like, I want to get in my, what's that old, the tight white outfit with the big old polo or collar on it that Travolta had in the movie Staying Alive. Getting into some dance moves, but instead of dance moves, I'm getting into ammunition. I still got the pickaxe.
Where's your team? So you got your team on the left. So on the left side of the screen there, you can see everybody's in the model with it.
Yes.
Let's
trying to find my team. I'm
people.
Stuck in the, I can get out of here. I can build it up. And so right here with the pickaxe, I'm gathering or harvesting materials. I gotta find my guys.
You gotta find your way out of here.
I gotta get out of here. And then if you look on the map there in your top right-hand part of the screen, there's the white line, and that's me. And I need to get into the storm or away from the storm, basically. So I'm going the right direction right now. Let me go back to the map. Wow, I'm way
You're
on the
a ways away. Where's your team? So you can see your team on the left. So this is a good place for everybody to be.
Yeah, we're all over the place. Non-communicate right there. That's what happens when you don't have headphones on.
I told you to wear them.
It's all good. Man, I don't need them. I can just go on this thing.
This is survivor mode. This is hardcore mode, as they call it. You don't have headphones. You don't know if anyone's around you. You just
I'm barely around my teammates, let alone around somebody.
Let's get some weapons.
Here we go.
There you go. All right.
Got a bazooka.
They're purple. It's great.
I got a rocket launcher.
Now see, you're on something because you're on to something.
Oh yeah, I'm on something.
Because being on this side of the map where people aren't, you have a chance at better weapons, better gear, better loot, all that kind of stuff. But the flip side to that is you're far away from everybody. And if you kind of see in the top right, everybody, you can see that map. There's a time ticking down at 7:14, 7:13, 7:12. And in that time period is basically how long he has to get to the center of the map before a storm develops. So that'll come soon.
All right, there. So I'm gonna run my fastest.
Is there any now?
There is no one by me. I mean, I did a good job then. I honestly did my usual focal points of landing where no one is at, but I literally did it. I'm probably like 20 miles from where I need to be.
And for people just kind of tuning in, just checking out what's going on. So right now, Ahman is in the battleground, in the battlefield of Fortnite. And he's going to kind of navigate, show you, introduce the game a little bit, and then in a second, we're going to bring in Kelly Peterson, our news director. She's a guest today, and she has never played video games before.
This is going to be fun.
So we're going to get her in here, and for everybody who's brand new, you're going to learn what it is like to be brand new.
I see some movement. Is that my teammate? Oh, these are my teammates, though.
Teammate.
These are teammates, though. No villains.
Why are they all over here? Is there cars? I mean, they're not hustling to get to. They're not trying to go anywhere.
Hey, this is what you get when you don't play the game in like a month.
We're trying to. That was on purpose. That was by design.
Make it organic. It's definitely organic because I'm like,
that's
what
the
is
whole
going
thing.
on?
We can prep and play this every day up until the show, but when you do that, then it doesn't look.
Hey,
doesn't
that's
look
all right.
authentic.
Oh, there's another weapon. A heavy assault. Oh, I got too much stuff. So go here. Let's go. Let me see. What did I get out of here? Oh, trying to get out of this backpack. There we go. Out of the backpack. I'm gonna drop. I do not need the stereo. Drop it. Get the gun, get out of there. All right, I want the gun.
Got the boombox.
No,
I don't think
picked up
you
the
need the
boombox.
boombox.
Man, what is wrong with me?
We need to get to some action.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Drop the boombox. I don't need music. I'm shooting people. Get out of there. All right, good. Got another weapon. Get out.
The cool thing about this, so another reason why this game is so successful with a lot of people, for one, it's free, and another thing is you can see it's kind of cartoonish. So you don't have the blood and gore, you don't have all that kind of stuff, and it's cell phones.
You can download on your phone.
So you can download on phones for free. So you don't even need a console. We're playing on Xboxes right now, but you don't even need a console. You can just play on your phone. But again, I mean, all right, let's try to.
Hey, I'm trying to get to some action here.
I just died on the other screen. Now, what people don't know is I have mine on the other side. I'm not playing. We're watching them on.
There you go.
I didn't even realize that landed. Someone just attacked me in the background here.
I got a lot of weapons. A lot of ammunition, which is good.
Let me take that car. We still gotta. Is there any cars or anything we can run to get?
I think I could drive this car.
Some things going on.
Let me see. Can I drive this car? Nope. Cannot drive that car.
All right.
I got my little dog friend right there. His name is Apollo. That's Apollo in the back. He's just chilling.
How did you get your jersey in this game? That's amazing.
Well, NFL signed a deal with Epic, and they allow. The good thing is, when you get your skin, which is your costume, you get access to all 32 teams. So I thought I just had to buy one game or one jersey or whatever, skin. But no, you get access. So I thought that was a fair deal because I play enough video games to know. When you buy something, you might have to buy the next thing and the next item, and that's how the game obviously makes more money. That's part of the gamer life.
Did you buy it, or did the NFL just be like, hey, I'm on green?
No, that didn't happen. Nope. No? Balling on the budget, bought that movie, bought that skin on my own. Gaming on the budget here. Come on.
All right, so yeah, people just tune in again.
There are people
We're getting ready in a few minutes, so we're just kind of introducing the game to you, kind of showing a little bit of a playthrough. In a minute, we're going to bring in someone who's never played the game before, never done any of this, and we're going to introduce them and show them how to play. And the cool thing about that is people who has never played the game, if you're watching, you can kind of learn a little bit with Kelly, with our newbie, how that goes. And we're really excited to see how that goes.
And hopefully she gets more action than I do right now.
Yeah. But this is what happens when you can't. So the other side of this is there's not a lot of people left in the game. Oh. So you're surviving, which is great.
Yeah.
It is a strategy to stay alive, but you're not actually doing it.
I'm getting close to the storm. There it is. There's the storm. There's the borderline. I'm gonna slide down this hill right here. Go down the hill. See, this will happen when you're bored and there's no action. But I'm gonna get my wishes will happen real soon.
I'm sorry, I missed it. For people who saw this at home before me, I apologize for sounding not.
It's all good.
Wise, but this isn't squads. This is 50 versus 50. You can see it's 18 versus 16.
I have my pick.
You see underneath the map there. So
I'm harvesting wood here. It's going into
and why are we doing that? Why are we harvesting wood?
Because this, if I was good at this, that's when you start building things. All right.
Well, I think this is a good point. There's not a lot of motion happening yet, but we would love to get to our noob.
Yes. Let's get
Ahman, can you bring us in?
Yes. Our noob is Kelly Peterson.
What's a noob?
A person that's new at something, especially in gaming. They're new to the game. So.
All right, let's get Kelly in here. Kelly, I'm gonna give you my controller. So this would be a really cool moment for everybody at home.
All right.
If you've never played before.
Kelly.
Here you go, Kelly. I want to have you put these headphones on. You got that? There you go. Everybody has high seats. I need to move up.
She's going to be up there,
and you're going to have my control. I'll switch that right now.
Oh, we're going to switch that right now.
So give me that. You can hand me the remote control.
Oh.
Yep, the real one.
Oh, yep. Sorry. Sorry about that.
Let's do this. Okay, so Kelly, before we start playing, tell us a little bit about you. What brings you to our show?
Well, don't know anything about gaming.
You got wrangled into
Don't
this.
know if that's the right answer for getting on a gaming show.
Perfect answer.
Perfect
in fact.
answer.
That is the
all
point.
good.
But yeah, I don't know anything about gaming, and this is very interesting.
So I didn't know you have an identical sister.
I do. I have an
Really?
identical twin sister. She lives in Sacramento, California.
Who's older?
She's 3 minutes older.
3 minutes.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Does that make a difference in the family dynamic? Should she pull rank? If she
No.
pull rank, she says,
I don't let her
listen
pull rank."
here, Kelly.
Good job.
We compete.
What about Polar? I heard you got
Polar.
puppies.
See, this is
Oh,
what she's
there's-
excited about. There he is. So
Polar.
this is the love of her life. Let's hear about it.
That's Polar. Polar lives with me in De Pere.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually got him in Fargo, North Dakota.
Oh, wow.
So you've been
That's
all
where the
over
breeder
man,
was
North
at?
Dakota.
Yeah, we adopted him. And he's just a love
Looks like a
bug.
lab. He's a lab.
He's a white Labrador.
Nice, beautiful
Yeah.
dog. Smart.
They're very smart.
He's interested in gaming, clearly.
See, I know.
Clearly.
That's my stepson, and I figured that's a very appropriate picture.
This is great. It's a great
because
lead-in.
he's gaming. Is that what you would call it?
foreshadowing? Yes, he's foreshadowing to mom.
Yeah.
He's
and-
gonna help you out here.
Wait
so
until
let's
he sees this.
hit the B button,
Okay, so I put this
Put
on.
your
Put those
headphones
headphones on.
on.
Let's do it.
then hit the B button there and get you into
I
the
hit the
lobby.
B button?
Yep, hit the B
Oh,
button
this-
right there.
So you're gonna hold that. You'll see the circle. There you go.
All right, then hit the A button or hit the Y button to play.
So you're in the lobby right now. There's your character. You can start to see the level. I haven't played a lot
This
recently, but you see the
one
level, and she's
feels
heading on in.
wide.
Do I hit anything else?
Nope, we're
Nope,
gonna
you're
wait.
good.
So you see on the
Oh.
very bottom
Oh,
it
I
says
see.
matchmaking. It says squads. So I played recently in squads as 4 people. So you're gonna get 3 people with you that maybe will walk you through.
So I'm playing against other people
Yes.
who I don't know who they are, obviously.
No. And then with the controller there,
He's like, nope.
this
you
is
don't-
moving your body up with this left stick. This is moving your head left and right, up and down. And these are the triggers here, left, right triggers to shoot or harvest with your pickaxe.
And this is for Xbox players. So you got Xbox, you got PlayStation, you got Switch, you got Atari. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think you have
What to
that
say,
anymore.
man? Where you?
You know, all these different things,
drinking
but this
stuff
is
over there, man?
Xbox controllers. So we're heading in. We're in the loading screen now, so we're letting that populate.
So this is I say
Okay.
the bullpen area.
So do I
warm up.
move?
You can move. You can start messing around in
With
this
my
area.
body.
Yes.
So on
Body,
the
head.
left joystick is your
body.
motion,
Yep.
and the right joystick is where you're gonna look.
Oh, what happened?
Now you're in out of the I say the bullpen or the warm-up area. Now you're gonna look at where you want to land. So you can press this button here to look at the map.
What is that? So it's the
Oh.
double.
And you can use the left stick to move around your marker. And you see it up there, you put it at the top of the screen, you see there,
very
and
top,
is that Junk Town?
Oh, yeah. So I could just get out anywhere?
So now hit this button again, go back to
What's
the
that
view.
button? So the button is this double box looking, almost like on an original.
So you
Super
want to
Nintendo,
jump out
it's the
before
start
it passes the island. So you probably want to jump out now. Press
Oh,
the
okay.
A button.
What do I hit?
A button.
A.
There you go.
Oh,
Right.
oh.
Hell,
And
you're
guide,
going.
you could guide yourself over to the left to the marker, to the blue marker.
Like that?
Yep.
With use the right
Oh,
stick
this
there,
one.
and then turn there.
Oh!
But you gotta be really careful because
I
if you
see
don't
that.
deploy
It's
your parachute,
sensitive.
you're gonna die.
Oh, well,
If you
I
don't
got.
deploy the parachute, you're gonna
Man,
just
why you gonna
smash
set her
to
up
the.
like that? Why you gonna set her up like that? Don't
I'm
scare
not
her.
moving then.
She just new to this, man. Don't terrifying Kelly
Where am
already.
I going? I don't even know
I
what's
see where
happening.
you're coming from, Josh. I
Oh,
see
that
where
looks
you're coming
better.
So there we go.
How do I
cool.
get down?
So hit A.
A.
So we're gonna put your glider up. So this is gonna kind of
Oh.
guide you in.
gonna
Actually,
take
right
longer.
below you in that little mountain is there's sometimes airplanes there, but I don't see it now.
So just imagine the screen is your eyes. You're looking everywhere. So
Okay.
left stick will move your body. Right stick will move your head and eyes up, down, left, right. There you go.
And depending on what's in your headphone, it
How do
looks
I
like
go
on
down?
the left your teammate.
You could let go. Press A again. And you can skydive faster down.
All right, we're going to
There you go.
skydive.
Let's go.
There you go.
Now
If you-
push down on push forward on that left joystick and go faster.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Now
Wait.
you're at the point. It's going to deploy automatically. The
So I don't have to
glider.
do anything.
No,
No,
you
it'll
can
take you
flow
down. But why don't you go side to side? You know, sometimes it'll take you down faster. That's what
Like
I
that?
just go, take
Yep.
it longer.
Like you're
a
dancing.
longer stride. Like
Yep.
you're dancing. Exactly.
You got it.
I mean, she
You got
kind
it.
of looks
Longer
like it.
stride down. Longer stride right.
It's gonna be quite a dance when she gets on the ground, I'm
See,
assuming.
well, that's what we're gonna find
That's
out.
what we're gonna find out, and we're gonna get you to a house. So you want to go scavenge around the community, the Winter Wonderland there.
Oh,
Find
okay.
boxes.
Now-
Go into a house. There's a house behind you, I believe.
Do I need to go back?
You can turn around. So use your
Two of
body.
your players
so
already
you
dead.
move your head up, move your eyes up with your right stick. Look
Oh, that's
up.
right.
You see the half circles and the dot in the middle? That's your reticle. Bring that up.
I hear something really spooky.
What it's called.
So move it up.
I say
So you're looking at the ground. There you go. Now you can look to the left here. There you go. And then go straight ahead. I believe it's a house there.
Here?
Looks like a house straight
You can
ahead.
actually hit that. So why don't we talk to her a little bit as she's on her way
Oh, this is the
there.
harvesting. Yeah, we could learn
I
some
can hit
harvesting.
that?
So
Turn
turn
around.
around.
If we can. I want to like.
To the right. To the right. To the right. To the right.
Told you I was gonna
to the right.
dance.
There you go. Now hit the right trigger.
right.
Now hit the right trigger.
So the trigger's going to be your
There you
index
go.
finger.
Now you're
Oh,
harvesting.
oh.
You're gathering the stone or the rock.
So you can see it
Goodness.
coming, and on the right side
Oh.
there, you see that brick going 35, 36. So
that
you
is
have
in-
those and you can build with that.
I
So
don't
do
know
I
where.
have
I
to
don't know
take
where.
anything?
No,
it
it's already
auto-
in your virtual backpack that does not exist, but it carries a lot of things.
So I'll go
I'm
check.
still trying to figure this out. It's
Me
a
too.
myth. I've been playing games, video games forever, and I'm like, when you have carrying things on, there's no backpack, but you got a lot
Do
of
I need
stuff
to-
in it.
It is tough. It is a skill, but that's why there's people out here making literally, I kid you not, there's people making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month
Playing.
just playing this game. It's
Do
what
I
we're
need
playing
to
right
do
now.
anything here?
Yeah, you can harvest the truck.
because they
So you
can
can hit the truck with
multitask.
move the right trigger. There you go. Now keep going. That's metal. That's the steel right there. You got 15.
Oh, I guess. Did I get something? What's she
That
doing?
is. Did you just build that?
Hit
I don't know what I
You
did.
did hit on.
What did I-
hit,
what
hit-
happened?
Hit B.
You
Hit
must
B.
have
Let's
hit-
get out of build mode.
You
Hit
were in
B
build
again.
mode. Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so let's find a weapon because
How do I
you
find
are
a
in the
weapon?
top 60 right now.
Is that good
it's
or
gonna
bad?
Get real soon. That's good. So there's only
Good.
you've beat 40 people so far and you've never played.
Yes.
So do I keep pounding?
You could go ahead and continue to harvest the diesel truck. There you go. Now it's gone. Somehow you build a brick wall. I don't know how
I
that
built
happened,
that?
but you did.
You did that.
It
worked.
You don't need to tear it down though.
But you don't have to, it's your creation.
That's incredible.
That's your baby right there.
Yeah, that's.
So now just let's go to the map. Remember the map button I showed you to hit? So it's the map button right there.
I hear
Tap that.
something kind
So
of
you're
freaky.
already in the circle. And let's move your marker, which you could do with the left stick.
Let's talk about that for a second
Actually, the
for,
right
for
stick.
people because the whole point of this part is for
Right
people who've
there.
never
So
played.
with the right stick.
I hear
Please
something
tell me-
really scary coming.
Somebody's coming to you then.
Well, how do I get out of
Hit
it?
B, hit B.
Let's go back.
Oh, I'm sorry. He selected it.
Where is it going? Just get the marker hit.
play.
And then let's hit it. Hit the marker with the left.
This one?
That's the right button.
Oh, the left button.
The top
Oh,
right button
I'm-
right here, right there.
Yeah, like that.
Let's tap that. There you go. And now out of the map. There you go.
Oh no!
Storm shrinking. Okay.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, this is a storm. So you gotta, we gotta get you some weapons.
What do I do?
You're top 58 right now. We gotta get you some.
Okay, you see where I
Protect
put the
yourself.
Kelly? You see where the marker is on the sea? Look at the top of the map.
Oh yeah.
The
Is that where I'm
screen,
supposed
and it
to
looks like a compass.
Yeah, and the very
And
top there.
southwest of you is the marker I put.
be? Okay.
Go towards the marker.
So am I
So
going the
you're
right
gonna- you're
way?
gonna- Yep, but you're
Yes,
gonna want
you
to
just
use
gotta-
this for the right joystick for your direction.
There you go. See, I used to do this right here. You see what she's doing, Josh?
That's the hardest part.
I used to do that as a kid, trying to get out of
Okay.
the way of stuff. So
It's
keep
like
going toward.
dancing with it.
Oh no.
So you're going away from the marker.
Can I
Turn
just
around. So
point
all your
out,
teammates are.
Your third teammate just you were on your own.
You're still
You
alive.
Beat your entire
But you're still
teammate.
alive. You're good.
Am I
so you
going
see
this
the
way?
purple mark on it? Yes. You see
Is
it?
it purple?
Actually, you can see it right there. You're almost there.
You gotta run.
I'm trying.
Well, there's a way to. You can run by like pushing down on the joystick, but that's
Like that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
I think she's hustling us.
Oh.
She knows what she's doing. I think she practiced. She goes,
I can't even run this
Xbox
fast.
last night. I'm gonna be on the show. I gotta prepare. All right, we gotta get to some motion.
Yeah.
So we
All
had.
right, now we're past. No, yeah, you keep running the same direction. Keep going. You just gotta. Hopefully, you find a
We need
chest.
a weapon.
Because the
Let me
chest
get
has
real.
all the
You're
weapons.
Top 50, top 48.
There you go.
So
but
on the
this is
bottom-
actually a good thing. You know, it's because I squat usually. I don't go out and actually look for folks. I squat in the house until
wanna lean closer
the
to you
minute or
support
more
you?
of the people goes down.
I don't really.
So you're a camper. That's
I'm a
that's your
camper.
style.
I camp.
So talk a little bit about that, Aman.
So it's a strategy that
Oh.
I know I use. I don't know about how many people
This doesn't
uses
sound good.
That strategy, but you just find a house, find some weapons, and just wait.
Okay.
Let the clock tick down. Let the lives, other people. Let the other people
You can go
that are
wherever
on the
you want.
game.
You don't have to
let
stay
that
on the
number
road.
body
Oh, I
count
know?
go
Yeah, you
down.
can go anywhere.
So yeah, you
You go on
can
the
go
snow.
everywhere. But I was just directing you so you could learn how to follow the compass and
What's-
follow your marker.
Oops.
Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Let's well okay. Let's
Oh,
go
there's a
towards
car.
that. Is there There's an ATV on there. We can drive that. Possibly.
Uh-oh,
Yes.
I hear
you can drive
something.
the four-wheeler. You can drive
so
the
Kelly can
four-wheeler.
hear the game in the headphones better than we can. So
So do I
hears
oh no,
this.
do I hop on top of that?
Yes. Get
Oh,
near
I
it.
hear something really
Press
bad.
X. Press X.
Go, go, hit X,
I
hit
hit-
X,
I know
hit
it,
X,
I know
hit
it,
X,
I
hit X.
know it,
There you go, you're on it. Well, you're not on it. It
I'm
says
not
hit
on
X to
it.
drive. Okay.
Oh no, I'm gonna die.
No, not yet. Go.
I can't do it.
Y.
Don't panic here.
There you go, hit
Keep
A.
your
I'm sorry.
focus,
Let me
Kelly.
follow. I have one.
Keep your focus.
Hit
Press
A.
the X button. That'll get you in the
But
four-wheeler.
we need to get on the four-wheeler. So we
what?
gotta go around the back of
Oh,
it.
you're there.
Let's turn around.
You're on it.
I
Almost
see.
there.
You're on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's coming.
There
What's
is. You're
around?
top 45. Isn't
I'm
it?
just saying it's
There you go.
coming.
There you go. There you go.
There you
Hit
go.
X. Oh, let's do that again. One more time.
Okay.
You get back on that thing. Get back.
Oh,
You can
Now
do
you
it.
squat it.
Everybody's at home is like, I
It's
can tell.
coming.
They're twisting.
Oh,
their
no.
bodies.
We can't help her.
Come on, Kelly.
There you go.
Oh,
One more jump.
Hit jump. And,
One more
and-
jump.
and-
Now
hit
jump and move.
then move this one.
Jump and move.
Jump and then just a little bit. Stop. Okay, good. Hit
Now
X.
press X.
Oh, but turn your vision.
There you
Okay,
go.
now hit X.
Hit X.
X. Now what? I hear something. I hear something. I hear it.
One more time, Justin.
Hit right trigger to drive.
Right trigger.
Hey, what's going on? We just got a comment.
It's on right
Jesse.
Right trigger down here.
Oh,
Jesse,
there.
how you doing, Jesse? Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. Thanks for
There you
commenting.
go.
And that's
Now
oh, she's
turn
awesome.
around, go the other way
Jesse,
so you
do
can stay
play?
in the
Let us know what
bubble.
games you play. Put it in the comments.
There you go.
Hang out with us.
There you go. Go that way. Go
That
the
way?
Yep. You're going the right way.
Oh no!
No, you're good. Keep. Oh. Oh God.
This looks
God
bad.
bless it, man.
It's okay. We can.
We
you're,
almost
you're
there.
in circle.
You can hit X. You can
You're
flip it.
top
Hit X to
five.
flip it.
You're actually
There you go.
doing
Now
good.
get in. Now you can hit drive X again to drive it again. Now
X
you don't have
again.
to jump on it. Now you can just stand next to it, get a little closer.
Hit X.
Right there. Now hit X.
Hit X.
I hear
There you
something.
go.
There you
Now
go.
drive.
Go.
Now go to your
Drive the
right.
other way
Go
now.
to your right. There you go. That way.
Edge of circle. So, talk to
So
people
you
a little
turn
about the
left.
circle.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good. So the circle or the storm is shrinking, and so if you're not within that circle, you basically get caught up in a storm and basically like disintegrate and all that stuff from a virtual standpoint. But as you know, everything is shrinking, then it's getting closer, getting you closer to
What
your
happened?
opponents
You flipped upside
that you
down
need to
again.
fight against to actually try to win.
Is my car gone?
No, it's right behind you.
It's,
It's right there.
But you're top 35.
You're
I really
standing
wanna
on
see
top
how
of
this
it.
plays out. You're
don't wanna
destroying
destroy it.
You don't wanna destroy it. This is
Well done.
amazing. Aman, she got further
This is
than
awesome.
you in the last game.
Hey, it's all
So-
good. That's how you play games to get better at them, bro.
This is amazing.
It's all good.
I'm blown away that
So-
everybody else in
Am
our
I
team
supposed
is
to sit in
going.
this?
Because they're probably
You can flip it. You gotta jump off of it though. Flip it.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to hit it.
That's okay.
Oh no!
The storm's moving. You can hear the storm coming out.
I'm just.
Flip.
How do
so
I
jump
get
off
off?
it. So walk
Hit
off.
X.
Remember how you move your body
Oh,
with
yeah.
this one, left stick. There you go. And then move the target to the four-wheeler, and then hit X. That will get you back on it. So you gotta move
that?
the target on the screen, the middle of the screen. Remember to look at your with your
yeah.
head and eyes. There you go. Now point it towards the four-wheeler. Boom. Hit X.
We need to
Hit
get
it.
some motion. How is there
Bam.
nobody
Hit X.
around? You found
Now
the
get
most
next to it.
isolated place
Ooh.
in this game.
Hit off X or hit X. Get off of there because you're the passenger.
I get off.
Yeah.
Beginner's luck, noob luck.
Hit X. Hold X. I'm saying it wrong.
I'm sorry.
Boom. Now jump off. Get off of there.
Look down,
Hit that
look down.
What?
What?
What? She's
That's cool too.
There we go. Hey, press. I'm sorry. A. Hit A. Hit A. Hit X. There you go.
Oh no!
Somebody's
Did you
coming
hear
in.
that?
Just somebody come close. We gotta. Okay.
Hey, we have done.
Am I gonna die?
We haven't
okay.
done nothing, but we're having a great time here. This is awesome.
Am I gonna die?
So the point of this,
so
people
turn
just
around.
joining in, right? Is Kelly has to be
Just
the
go
last
north.
survivor.
Look on
She's
your
never
compass
played
and go
before,
north.
Ever.
Get to the north and just head that way. There you go.
and just go.
Go.
Let's go into
Just
zoom
put your
this
eyes
out.
up because you're looking at the
Turn this
down.
way so
There
you
you
can See
go.
where you're going.
So you can see your
All right, cool.
targets.
Let's go
See
right.
your target, hit
to
your
the
target. That was
Yep.
a whole football thing for me.
Oh no!
See your target. Hit your target.
Yeah, see your target, hit
I
your
don't have a
target.
gun.
Nope, you got a
you have-
pickaxe. You got to make it happen though, Kelly.
I
You
do.
can't
Get to
can't
the
worry
house.
about
Get
that.
to the house,
Oh,
get to the
okay,
house.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
there's
Don't
probably something
panic.
in there.
I won't panic. I haven't panicked yet.
Okay.
We need some
I say
motion.
that with pure sarcasm.
All right. So
Okay, the
So
house
people
looks
just
good.
tuning in. Kelly,
we're coming right towards the
Local 5's news director. This is her first time ever playing.
Do I
So
go
we're
inside the
introducing
house?
to the
You
game
go
and by
inside.
introducing
Now
her
get to the
game,
door.
we're introducing you to the game.
Okay.
All right. Hit
X.
X. All right, Chad. We'll see you on there playing NHL.
Hey, that's okay.
Oh,
But that's
nice.
the
Next
idea.
game.
People can
So now
come
turn
in.
around. You could pick up something in there. It's usually something inside.
Check
There you
it
go.
out.
That's bandages.
Facebook page.
How do I
Hit
do it?
X. Hit X.
Oh, X.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Oh,
We got-
somebody. Oh my God.
be right back. I gotta
So
change.
you just peed your pants there, bro.
Change.
Oh man, Kelly.
That was so
Thank
funny.
you.
Kelly, that was
Thank
awesome.
you. We
You're a rock star.
people tuning in.
So
We had a great package coming to you. Did a great interview with the Milwaukee Bucks and Bucks Gaming, done by Josh Dalmo. Here it is.
John.
John.
Of all of the sports leagues in the country, there's probably one that'll strike you as more of a hobby than a profession, but you couldn't be wider of the mark. We're talking about video games.
If football doesn't work out or baseball doesn't work out, they could be a Madden pro. They could be a League of Legends pro. They could be a Rocket League pro, because it is real. For most parents, hey, get off the couch, you're lazy, you're doing this. No, they're actually working on a profession now.
Oh, it's a new era, a day and age when celebrity gamers are making the cover of ESPN magazine. Tyler Blevins, more commonly called Ninja, became gaming's first crossover star.
Kids are looking up to him now. I'm looking up to him because I'm like, wow, I'm excited for him and what he can bring to the industry.
Competitive gaming is on the rise and getting noticed. There are actually eSports, or electronic sports, scholarships at the university level in some cases.
The Big Ten, they have a League of Legends tournament, no different than the Big Ten championship tournament for football or for basketball or for volleyball. It's the same thing.
It's a billion-dollar industry with deep roots, likely in your own pocket. The Entertainment Software Association says 65% of households in this country play video games, whether on the phone or the big screen. And the average age of the gamer is rising. It's 34, and no one is more aware of all of this than the NBA. That includes the Milwaukee Bucks with Bucks Gaming. The Bucks and 20 other teams compete in seasons of the game NBA 2K for pots of cash totaling in the millions, and everyone wants a piece.
This year we had the Brooklyn Nets get involved, Atlanta Hawks, LA Lakers, and Minnesota Timberwolves will now be in the 2019 NBA 2K season.
The 2K League is in its second year, and it doubles as one of the more ambitious marketing tools around.
We think if we can get one younger kid to come watch an NBA game through the NBA 2K League, we think that's a win through non-traditional means.
Before you start training your thumbs, you might want to scout the competition.
We had 72,000 people try out for this league, so it wasn't hard finding talent out there.
Of that number, only 6 get drafted to a team, with salaries floating between $32,000 and $35,000 a year. And these teams are just getting started.
We're hiring a coach this year. We have a manager, a general manager. So we're building a full team around these sports. And I think it's only going to get bigger, which means more jobs to come.
Just like your favorite outdoor sports, gaming started as recreation. And now we're seeing contracts signed for your performance behind the thumbsticks.
They're signing these contracts with companies, and some of these gamers are gaming, which is really work, 12, 14 hours straight. You do have rights. You don't have to, if you're doing it for a company, yeah, you might be doing it because you love playing video games, but if Sony writes your checks, Blizzard writes your checks, Microsoft writes your checks, you got time that you can actually say, okay, I want time off.
Close to 60,000 people streamed the 2K League Finals last season, so the demand for entertainment on the digital front is clear.
Just like anything else, when it's genuine reaction from what you're doing, playing that game, people are going to tune into you every time.
And if you're not on the video game bandwagon by now,
something's wrong.
John Dommel, Local 5 News.
I've seen it before, but I don't know what it was for. All right, thank you, John Dommel. I said Josh said before it started. John, thank you for the coverage. And he actually kicked my butt at some Mario Kart that day.
And he still
and I've been playing it too. Oh, no, I'm pretty sure he is. I'm pretty sure. I would too,
I think he might be watching right now.
But no, he did an outstanding job coming to my house, hanging out. We chilled, and it was just a good experience. But yeah, in that run right there, that interview is just hits the nail on the head. Is industry is blowing up. Right now, from 2017 to 2018, gamers buying video games have doubled to $43 billion video games sold from 2017 to 2018. So Josh, coming from the music industry,
right,
and you know, I hear about it, I know you know about it, you lived it, the record industry has those type of numbers. How has that hit you hearing that coming from that industry?
They have, actually, the video game industry, from what I'm seeing recently, is beating the music industry. In recorded sales, so IFPI.org is something I've used and looked at for numbers for years. They're saying in 2016, that's the most recent one. They don't have the 2017 like you guys have for the gaming number. In 2016, the record music industry, let me say it right. The global recorded music sales was 15.7 billion.
That's crazy.
In 2016.
And we talking about 40. So we got 43 billion in video games.
That's crazy. So. You know, but 50% of that is digital. 50% of that sales now is digital. That's where everybody's at now. But speaking of that digital stuff, what's going on with this controller here?
Go ahead, keep gaming. Listening and finding out what Bucks gamers do. So with the Bucks and on the court, with my man Giannis, he is doing well. They are right now the #1 seed in the East. Giannis is high in the MVP standings, and going into All-Star break is right around the corner here in February. So we got guys like his teammate Dragan is shooting 51% from the field.
Well, this is wild. I want to, if I can interject for a second, because Giannis gets all the credit, as he should.
He will.
But he has a pretty stacked team around him.
Yeah.
What was it? Brogdon got 51% from the field, 42% from the three-point, and 96% from the foul line.
He's doing his job.
He's got a whole
it's a team thing.
A whole crew, absolutely.
It's a team thing, and so, but in the NBA, you could have a guy like Giannis just take over from time to time. Keep on playing. Don't forget to play now.
Sorry, I got this. I mean, I was people watching that too. By your sports. I'm talking sports with Ahman Green, man. I got distracted. So, oh my goodness.
They've had some big games here and there. I know Toronto was, I think, a week ago. They played well against them, and so now going into, we got football. We got Super Bowl. We got, Pro Bowl is actually this weekend.
Well, you might know something. I could be mistaken. What's
that?
You kind of know something about the Pro Bowl. I heard
what
something
do I know
about that. I heard that Ahman Green knows 1 or 2 things about the Pro Bowl. Have you played in this game?
I played in it a few times. It was Pro Bowl 4 times. Very fortunate, but with the Packers in the offseason, Matt LaFleur is hired as the is hired this I say a couple weeks ago, which is a good change, a good thing for the team now to get that done. Then they get ready for the rookie combine, which is coming up next month. Right. I wasn't a teammate of Matt LaFleur, but I was on the team with the Houston Texans when he was a quality control down in Houston. Kyle Shanahan was the offensive coordinator then in 2008. So he's been grinding for a long time, 12 years. And I believe he's kept some of the coaches on staff here in Green Bay, which is a good thing to do, because then you have few of the coaches that are familiar with the players and vice versa. So now for Packer fans and Packer Nation, it just hurry up and wait until the regular season. But you got combine, you got free agency, and then you have the draft, then you have OTAs, then training camp, and then boom, regular season. And in May, we'll find out the regular season schedule of who happened. We know we're playing against the Bears, Vikings, and Lions, but then what other parts of the NFL the teams will be playing. Let me quick ask you though, before we get to before we talk about Super Bowl. I mean, where do you see the Packers going this season? I mean, you know the gridiron. Obviously, that's a lot of people know that from you. What's your prediction? I can't give out no prediction, but I say with Matt LaFleur's history of taking a team and making them better. So he had the Tennessee Titans offense this past year. So Marcus Mariota, Derrick Henry, that whole offensive line and wide receivers, taking them and having those weapons there, and saw what he did. So now he's going to have weapons here: Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams, David Bukatari, and the rest of the offensive line, Corey Linsley, Hendricks, Jimmy Graham. So he has the weapons here too. So like I said, it's going to be a hurry up, and oh my God, I can't wait like Christmas to open up my gift for Packer fans to see what happens and potentially be in the Super Bowl next year. Who knows, or in a few years. But for now, Super Bowl, it is going to be the New England Patriots versus the Los Angeles Rams. So we got Bill Belichick and Tom have been doing this thing. It's like a perennial, like flowers coming up out of the garden. It's every year for the past several years that we be seeing them in the Super Bowl. But now the new team, the LA Rams, new home, now in the Super Bowl. McVay, young, fiery coach, innovative coach, along with a very powerful offense with Todd Gurley, Jared Goff, Brandon Cooks, just to name some of their weapons, and the defense is playing lights out with Ndamukong Suh and Aaron Donald, who is probably the best defensive, and I would say probably the best NFL player in the league right now because of what he can do from the defensive tackle standpoint. So,
and I want to quick
great
bring up
matchup coming up in February 3rd.
We're the Super Bowl is on CBS. It's on Local 5 this year, and actually our own Lily Zhao here at Local 5 here at WFRV. She is in Atlanta representing Nexstar. So we're owned by a media group, Nexstar, a big media group, and she's down there representing like 20 or 30 stations. She's
that's awesome.
Making waves.
I mean, I'm
she's
jealous.
Getting noticed. People up in here, Green Bay, are getting noticed all over the.
I want to be in Atlanta. We just got a foot of snow. Okay. We just got a foot of snow, so I'm.
You want to go to Atlanta?
But no, but at least I could go inside now and watch movies.
Oh,
so
how did I die? I was talking to you about movies. And
that's what happens. Can you multitask?
No.
Can you do that?
No.
All right, so the movies, hot movies, I say in the box office, we got Glass, we got The Upside. We have, for the Dragon Ball fans out there, let me get this right, Dragon Ball Super Broly. And this is a preview of Glass. I just saw this movie this past weekend.
Did you watch it?
Watched it, loved it. I'm not going to give any spoilers out to anybody listening, and so I'm not going to do that. But what I will say is, do your homework. Watch Unbreakable. Watch Split, just came out a few years ago with James McAvoy, and make the connections as you watch and sitting there watching Glass.
Some people don't
great
know
preview.
Series.
It is a series,
not one,
but
two,
you know
three,
now. Because I say that I put out the cats out the bag there. But M. Night Shyamalan, as we say in the kitchen, he put his foot in it in terms of writing, directing both. He did both, and knows how to make a good suspenseful film, a comic book film that keeps you gripped, I say sitting at the edge of your seats to see what is going to happen next. And just know, if you're a fan of this, if you're a fan of comic books and action movies, you're going to enjoy it, and it's going to be something you'll be like, yes, yes, feel all warm and fuzzy inside once you walk out of the theater.
Well, what else is coming to the theater? What else is coming to the theater? We got Spider-Man.
We got Spider-Man.
We got
Into the Universe that's in now, so the top 5, like I was going down, Aquaman, then Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, but then Far From Home preview. Man, I just watched this preview today.
Far From Home,
it's awesome.
This is like Spider-Man Euro Trip.
True.
But Spider-Man Euro Trip. He's everywhere.
For what?
Starts at home, then he goes to Venice, then he goes to London.
But he's still Spider-Man, so that means when he goes somewhere, something's about to happen. So we know things are gonna happen, but watching this trailer, I was like,
a lot happens in Europe.
It is sweet. When I saw the people, I saw the characters, the actors that you're about to see here come up. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna let it just happen, let it breathe for the audience, because we already know.
We know what's going on.
So I'm gonna let it breathe, but for the people that's about to pop on this screen, I just want to know how many people are gonna pass out.
This is called buying time.
Or be like,
we're waiting for we're waiting for it's coming.
We're gonna let this one breathe. Just let it breathe. We gotta let it breathe. We're good.
Should we just listen to it?
Just watch it. Take it in.
That reminds me when I first fell in love. I had just finished my food call.
This when it gets real, right here.
Getting serious. This is in Venice.
It just got real.
Nice to finally meet you.
You know who that is?
Samuel Jackson. He's doing a lot. I mean, he's got.
God, listen to this, bro.
Quiet. Go for a ride.
Is he gonna be okay like that?
Preview.
Might want to turn him over so he doesn't swallow his tongue.
Next summer.
This summer.
Nick Fury just hijacked for summer vacation.
It's a whole trailer.
You got gifts, Parker.
Awesomeness.
But you have a job to do. Are you going to step up or not?
He's flying.
You see the suit?
Sweet. You're all alone.
What did you say? So he's all alone?
Trouble? What?
What are you going to do about it?
Come on. Let's take it off.
Oh, here it is.
There it is.
You don't want any part of this.
Yeah, boy. So we got my man, Donnie Darko. Is
Jake Gyllenhaal going in.
I don't want to play the character name. Let everybody else figure it out. I know who that is. That Jake Gyllenhaal's going to play in this summer's film. But to see that preview, to watch it,
I'm flying.
for Marvel, yeah, you're still playing. You know that, bro. So.
All right. So tell us a little bit about the comics.
Man, so it's great to see that. So
you're a really big.
tie it all up.
You're known for movies, for being a movie buff. You're known for football, of course, but you're a big comic book fan.
Man, yes. So right now we got.
I can't say that I know much about comics. I'm gonna learn with you guys. This is a good thing. I like this part.
And that's all good. So I'm introducing you to the comic book world. We have up first, Catwoman, issue number 7, and I say the storyline is she basically. Selena Kyle is trying to get out of Gotham. She's trying to start a new life, and just it's hard trying to leave Gotham, and it's hard trying to leave Gotham being the super criminal that she is, and the things that she done. But of course, she gets there and it's okay, and she's in Villa Hermosa, doing good. I'll say a name like that, she probably sipping on a drink with a little what's them little party favors in them, and having a good time. But for coming to Gotham, things follow you. So you got my man Penguin, he shows up, just got finished dealing with Batman, and he's giving Selena a hard time. He's like, look, you can't leave Gotham. Once you in Gotham, you can't get out of Gotham. So Penguin shows up, messes up her honeymoon. No, that'll be sweet. That'll be sweet. Messes up her honeymoon on this little vacay of trying to get out of there. So pick up the issue, read it. It's DC Universe, so I don't read Catwoman a whole lot, but I would say check it out. It's on your, your comic book shelf out there in the town near you. Now we're going to Marvel, which I'm not very apt in, but I'm learning through the movies, reading comic books. My guy Dave Powers is helping me out. So we have Black Panther here, issue 8.
Let's talk about Black Panther for a quick second.
We'll hit that. I know. We'll get there. But right now we're dealing with issue number 8. The Maroons have lain dormant for a very long time. They are planning the next stage of their rebellion that's going on in Wakanda, or I say around Wakanda. And the last time with the treasure hunt, and they are bringing in Black Panther. He is, I saw it go back. They're looking for a treasure hunt of rare vibranium, the metal that's there in Wakanda that makes Wakanda and Black Panther who he is. So they're trying to find it. As for Black Panther's help, he's like, I'm not sure. Let me do this. Let me be smart about this, because they're rebels. They want to make sure they get what they need, but they might hurt people along the way. So pick up the issue. If you're a Black Panther fan, I know I am. I'm gonna check it out. Well, written, forgot to tell you, written by Tanisha Coates. Make sure I say that right. But great writer, great artwork by the artist in the film. In the book is here. But pick it up at your local comic book store. Go online at dccomics.com or pick up or download a DC app or the Marvel app as well.
Well, I just want to really quick interject. I think it's really cool you're talking about the comics, because we all watch the movies. Everybody's seen the Marvel movies. Everybody's watching, Justice League and all that kind of stuff. And that's DC, but merging them into one conversation.
Yes.
Everybody's seen them, but there's a lot of people who aren't familiar with the comics and that backstory and how it's all coming. And it's actually really cool how, to hear some of that, what's going on with Black Panther. Because that story continues. It's not just the movie.
Well, that's where a lot of confusion goes on. But when you got so many things to do, like we do these days, it's easy to, not read, watch a movie. But new stuff on Netflix out there is Black Mirror,
that. Okay,
Bandersnatch. It is. I've always loved so far. I've loved the Black Mirror series. So Bandersnatch now here is a new part of it. It's not an episode. It's actually a full-length movie, an hour-and-a-half movie.
But not really.
True, but it's almost like a Telltale game where you actually pick your decisions, but you're watching the movie. You get to pick, not just in the movie, but you get to pick yourself with your Xbox remote or your PlayStation controller or your cell phone as well. Pick your decisions as you go through each scene. But and this is no surprise coming from Black Mirror creators. They've been techie all day, and now you got to experience it yourself.
Yeah. So my wife and I sat down and watched Bandersnatch a couple weeks ago, and I just was in love with it. Pick your own adventure. If you guys are out there, if you have Netflix, you have to watch this movie. But you literally interact with the game. With the movie. It is a game, but you choose. So when you're watching the movie, it'll give you 2 choices in the bottom. Do you want this cereal or that cereal? You'll pick it. The movie will change. Do you want to go? Do you want
Thompson
this decision,
Twins,
that decision?
or some other song?
I think it's a really cool way to see. I think this is the future of movies, the future of interacting, because that's what all this is. Even working at WFRV here, oversee digital, as you
Correct.
know. And the big thing that I work for every day is trying to create that engagement with our viewers.
So this is definitely full engagement right here.
And that's the whole thing. That's where digital and all this stuff and all the industry moving is engagement.
So we need you to
this does
multitask
it.
though.
I can't.
Come on, man.
This is.
You gotta be gaming and
All right,
talking.
all
You can do
right, all
that.
right. We can.
You
Well,
stream.
all
All right, now, also on
Bird Box
Netflix,
Challenge.
but also
I
in
did
some, we got Bird Box with Sandra Bullock, was so good on Netflix that in some cities around the United States, it is in theaters right now, and it is a horror film. If you've seen
Is
The
it
Quiet,
though?
if you've seen,
Is it though?
Yeah, it is. If you've seen The Quiet Place,
I've seen both.
if you've seen that, it's similar to that, but you cannot look at the monster or the demon or the whatever it is. If not, it will hypnotize you and make you do stuff, very bad things to yourself.
Well, you see,
so,
okay, I want to interject a little bit on
This
that.
is a
point
horror movie,
because
though.
It is
So
technically
let
a
me
horror
hear,
movie.
let me hear
but
why you think it's not. It sounds like.
But you know what? I mean, you probably already know where I'm going with it. But
Go.
it's
I
not.
wanna
It's
hear
not. There's no blood and gore. There's no big scary monsters.
Okay.
Nothing like that, like you said.
There
But-
is monsters.
well-
They're not big and scary though.
I guess technically. But I found that I think that title scares people away from maybe watching it because they're afraid to be freaked out. And I don't
Bird
think
Box
you're gonna
scares
be
people?
Some
The name?
people, yeah.
Who's scared of birds? You scared of birds?
I'm not scared of a bird. People they think it's a horror movie, so they're afraid to watch it. I've heard people say that to me. They're just like,
Because of the word Bird Box?
no, because
Or-
of the genre. Because of the genre. And it's not that type
got it.
of movie where it's scary. There's
Gotcha.
jumps in it. There's moments where you'll jump out of your seat and it catches you by.
Correct.
Like Kelly when she was
Like that
playing in the
scene right
middle
there.
and the storm was coming in.
Yeah, I would say horror, suspense, thriller.
Right.
It's in that category because keep playing. Gotta get you on this
In
thing.
this
We gotta get you right.
conversation.
Like Silence of the Lamb was a suspense thing, but you had Hannibal Lecter eating people getting tortured,
it's
things
not
of that
really
nature.
like that.
But it's a good one.
It's a great movie.
Check it out,
Just
though.
okay, there's videos going around. Don't do the Bird Box challenge.
Is that walking around blindfolded?
Walk around. Don't do that.
That's not smart.
Don't do that.
Unless you know
Somebody
the
did it
layout
in
of
a-
your home, inch by inch,
Right.
then you're okay. But if you don't, in your house, your apartment, you on break at McDonald's, don't do it.
Don't do that.
'Cause
Just
you're gonna get
enjoy
fired.
the movie. Just let it be what it is.
Watch it when you go home with no blindfold. Let Sandra Bullock and the actors
Or watch the movie
do that
with the
thing.
blindfold just to prevent you from making those type of decisions. And
And I'm
being
pretty sure
inspired.
somebody's done that.
Oh,
Was-
man. But I want to talk a little bit about music. So,
So that's your neck of the woods.
Controller.
Now
I'm
I
gonna
get to
hand
play.
You play. So there's
All
a
right.
lot
See,
going on.
this how you do it.
So the number one song in the country as of yesterday was the song Sunflower. Now it works really well because that song was actually on
That's a nice song.
Spider-Man is in the Spider-Man universe.
When you put it
Far
on
From
the
Home.
rundown, oh, I'm getting shot. Nope.
Let's listen. It's
Sorry,
Lee,
it's
Post
over.
Malone.
I'm done.
Now personally, like it's a great song and everybody vibes to it.
Get it in my ear.
Let's listen to it for a quick second.
And do you
It's a
see
vibe
Spider-Verse
song.
yet?
No, not yet.
Come on, do your homework, bro.
Sorry,
You gotta get your homework in, man.
I can't.
I'm gonna give you a hard time till you see Spider-Verse. We gonna have problems.
Get to it. But so for this song, for me, it's a cool track, but it's just a vibe song. I'm surprised that it made it to number one. I think a lot of it's because of Post Malone and Sway Lee. I mean, those guys are ballers. They're whatever they touch turns to gold recently.
Right.
But there's no hook really. It's just vibes.
So
through.
okay,
It
from
catches
a
me up.
music guy, why is that a problem or is that just something
It's just-
oddity?
It's odd. It doesn't like. Okay, the next song we're talking about right now. Now this song I'm absolutely in love with. The next song I want to talk about that is number one today is "Without Me" by Halsey. Now that song.
That's a great song as
That
well.
has a hook.
But I'm
that has a
jamming
vibe,
on
that
right
has
now.
a new melody. Do we have that? Let's check out that track for a
See,
second.
I could come to work and jam.
Yeah.
I like it.
What do you listen to when you work out? You listen
When
to
I work
Sway Lee?
out,
Oh, here we go.
recently,
Let's listen to this track.
yeah, we gotta be
Let me see
quiet.
where we're
It's a
at.
good song.
Okay, we're gonna go a little bit further into it. I'm gonna show people. The reason I like the production
This is-
value of this song is so real. And that's what really gets me is the doubling as it's called. But the dubbing is, there's all these different effects that if you listen really closely under her main vocals, you hear them all.
Don't know what you're talking about, bro.
You'll be here in a second. I'm delaying as we get to it. It's coming in the hook, in the B part, as it's called, the B
You sing
part.
better than me. That's all I know.
I love this track.
This was a
This
highly
melody's great.
requested song at homecoming around the
Here.
world.
Okay, listen to this part really closely. You can hear underneath, it'll come back in a second, is a really deep synth voice. And it adds this whole depth to the song that people don't hear and they don't know. It's like, I just jammed this is a cool vibe. It's because they have that deep synth inside there. They have this top high note in there, and that dubbing, that vibe, really is what brings it home. With, of course,
Josh breaking it, going below the ocean deep on us right there, in terms of listening to tunes.
Here it is, listen closer. Listen for the deep voice. It's hot, man. It's so subtle, but it
I'm
makes
not
the
there
track.
yet.
It makes the track.
I don't have that ear, just like I don't have my taste buds.
Listen to it. This is a track you gotta listen to.
Compared to my
I do
wife.
recommend listening to the clean version though, because there is.
Yes, it is. I heard the explicit version.
We don't. Yeah, we're not
It was rough.
advocating for
I was
that.
like, oh.
In the video,
Caught me off guard.
So let's clean them.
Trendy, you got that. What's new in the world of fashion and other fun, cool stuff, Mr. Rose?
All right, so what I want to talk about right now, I want to school everybody out there about what you're doing in wintertime here. So we're about to finish up here, but as you go out there in this winter snow, in this crazy, so what are you doing? You're already crying.
I didn't have no weapons.
Just started.
I just had a pickaxe.
So what I want to tell everybody
hats.
about is the winter hats, the beanies. This is a big deal because we're out here in Wisconsin, we're not necessarily known
We
as
just got a
very
foot of
fashion
snow on the
forward.
ground.
So these beanies right here, the trend this season, this trend this winter is as simple as possible. Keep those logos tight, keep this small. It is just a normal knit cap. You got Lacoste, you got what was the other one? There was Stussy. Now at the bottom there, what people don't know, they're warm. They're warm. But actually the trend right now is not even put it over your ears.
See, that don't make sense.
We're not
that don't
gonna
even add
do
up. See, that's what's wrong with
go
the
back up. Go back up for a second. I want to show you guys something. So this is what right here. So Carhartt is fashionable. So people don't know that here.
Stuff.
You go when I lived in Asia, everybody wears Carhartt not because they're working out there doing construction.
Oh, they're doing it for fashion sense.
Fashionable. It is fashionable. So if you're wearing your Carhartts, you are fashionable.
That's blue collar gear here, but also keeps you very warm.
Very warm.
But it's fashionable. A country away, a world away.
A world away. That's what everybody represents. So and right here you can see it is fashionable. So go ahead and wear it. Now another thing I want to tell everybody about, it's a really cool little blurb. Is Virgil Abloh. He works for Louis Vuitton. He's been designing them for I think this is his second season. He worked with Kanye West for a while. He worked. He designed a lot of stuff. I think he's responsible for Off-White, that big brand that was really big. Louis Vuitton brought him in a little bit ago, and in the Paris Fashion Week, I think it was like a week or two ago recently, he debuted a Michael Jackson inspired fashion line. Now there's just little elements here. It's really cool. You can kind of see in that coat there, it's a little bit long. It has that smooth criminal vibe to it. As we go down more, you'll see the different military kind of styles that he has, that fedora.
Yeah, I see MJ. Yep, I remember a smooth
it's
criminal.
Very subtle. You see the shoes
smooth criminal. That smooth criminal look right there.
That's real. People but that puffy.
It might look good, but for Wisconsin, it better be warm.
Right. Well, that's just
any
it.
northern states, anything above Nebraska, you need to be warm. If it looks good and you cold, it does not work out.
Well, let's talk about a look we can get into.
Okay, what's that?
That we can afford, because I'm not buying Louis Vuitton these days.
No.
It's gray hair. True story. This is funny. I want to bring this up. I want to tell you this. Right now, it is known. I got a couple of starting to pop through. Right now, it is said that right now the hottest hair color at the moment is gray. That is true. So if you're out there, you got gray hair, you're representing. You got the Carhartts on. You got the Louis Vuitton jacket.
I already got Carhartt gear in the car.
You got the gray hair.
I got my own gray hair growing.
Killing it, Wisconsin.
I don't have to spend no money. I'm balling and I'm fashionable.
You don't even do anything.
Without spending a dime.
Right.
I'm loving life right now.
Beat that. This is why I'm trying to endear our viewers. Listen, guys, you got Carhartt. You don't have to go out and spend a ton of money, but H&M's coming to Appleton, and I am stoked. This is H&M jacket, actually.
Nice.
One last thing I want to talk about trends. You hear the story about the egg. This is fun.
Yeah, you mentioned that a couple of days ago. I was like, hold up.
So a guy, reportedly from Massachusetts, a 19-year-old, he put an egg on Instagram, and his goal was to beat Kylie Jenner as having the most likes ever, and he did it.
Man,
so Kylie Jenner's newborn baby was beat out by an egg, and that's a nice looking egg.
Bored.
That makes sense. It's a
50
harvest. 59
million
50
likes.
Million likes. Is that what he said?
Man, people bored.
Justin, can you say it one more time? We got this awesome guy right here.
That is crazy for an egg. It's not doing anything. But
that's
he's
the
not
whole point.
flossing.
I mean, but that's where we're at.
He's not crip walking.
That's where we're at.
He's not playing Fortnite or Halo or nothing. The egg is just sitting there.
What do you think about an egg being the #1 talking point in the world last week? It's probably better than a Kardashian or Jenner.
Man,
All right, man. Well, let's game for a second here. Let's game for a second and start calling.
And I say we could talk about our 3 topics for next week.
Right.
We got going to be playing your game.
I'm excited.
Fallout 76.
This is my jam. Fallout 76 next week.
Playing Fallout 76 next week, and then we are going to.
We're going to Tecmo. There's a Tecmo Bowl tournament.
Tecmo Bowl. We got
Green
we're gonna
Bay
have
this weekend.
shots of that.
We're gonna send a crew out there.
Some walking, talking.
Yep. And we're
interviewing the people there at the watering hole.
Yep. Is that where it is?
Here in Green Bay.
I'm the one who pitched it.
Well, he got fresh off the boat here.
Yeah,
back into
that
the
is
country.
true. I haven't been on one of them.
Yep.
That is right.
And then next topic, next week.
We got Tecmo Bowl. We got Fallout 76. We got a new noob. We haven't decided who that is yet.
We don't know who our game in a noob is.
And that's the whole idea. So everybody out there, if you want to be on the show,
if you live in the Green Bay area,
you're welcome to be. You are welcome to be in there. You want to be a noob. You want to play different games. So every week we're gonna have a different game. Next week
is Fallout 77.
It's,
I know I'm supposed to say something. Or 76.
76.
My bad. See, I don't play it.
Now, we want to let everybody know.
I was supposed to say something else, but I forgot.
You can email us directly. There's a lot going on
right
with this
now.
show. He's gaming. That's a good thing.
It was supposed to be another topic, but
that's my email.
What's the topic, Justin? Help us out.
Justin, producer Justin.
If you have a question in the comments area, say it. We have our director that's gonna read it off, or we'll see it. Ask it. Don't be bored. Don't be scared. Ask a question.
It's been a ride, man. We
great.
put a lot of work into this, a lot of effort to try to make this right, and we're still growing. This is kind of like a beta show.
I can't wait till I get Halo on this thing.
He's a Halo. I mean,
and Madden.
That's your
it's gonna be on popping.
I have to play Fallout every week to look respectable gaming. I mean.
Well, you got to teach me on because I'm not a Fallout guy.
We can do that.
So I will be your Padawan next week.
All right. I like that.
All right. Thank you, viewers, for tuning in. See you next week.
This
is Ahman Green, Josh Rose, Gaming and Culture. Peace out.
Comment below.